and truly, you know, Father, I don't want nothing for Andrew, you know. So if you come here with no free and down, I don't want it.
So you don't want any of the curry goat and white rice?
Oh, sir. If you're going to do something to put some more money on the wage, you see me? Because really and truly, you can't come around every single year and give you money. We have to work it for.
Okay, the Prime Minister has numerous amounts of bank accounts. Do you personally think that Usain Bolt money would be in any of those bank accounts?
Yes, he have a lot to do with Usain Bolt money.
Suck your mother, Terrelonge!
Hot water channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people then. Original generous speed. Same way. Man, big up hot water channel, enough ice cream. Yeah man, big up yourself.
So do you think that the government should be policed, meaning that there should be laws that governs them in what they do, or how they do it, or what they can or cannot do?
Really and truly, everybody need laws, man, because laws put out. I mean, I say really and truly, everybody need laws, man, because laws put things in order and can stop certain things from you, see me? So, in that case, so that's get some laws for your government. But I say, that can't go on, you see me? Okay. The right procedures.
So do you think that on a yearly basis, the government should let the public know what they have and what they own and how they come by them?
Alright, so I'm not going to specifically talk about what them own and what them have on them thing there, but how them come by it, that can be a major thing, because I really and truly would have want to know what money really is spent on his eat father.
Okay, so the government or the Prime Minister act of wanting to remove the Auditor General, this person that does audit on him or on them, the government, and inform the public, the act of them or him wanting to remove the Auditor General. What do you think about that?
Well, to me, that don't make sense still, because like, you remove a detective from a case, you see what I say?
So you think that detective is very important to the people?
Yeah, because a detective will come to a resolution or the final.
Okay, so since that person is kind of is the bridge between the trust of the people in the Prime Minister, being that the Prime Minister wants to remove that person from the Integrity Commission, do you think that the people can trust the Prime Minister?
A good question that still, but for the fact that they were alone, we are looking really and truly have to say no, you know. Because how you go trust somebody where I try.
Okay, since the people elected the Prime Minister, do you think that he should ask the people for consent to remove the Auditor General, or to even think about that or trying to commit that act?
I'm not going to say consent enough for that. Really and truly, I feel like that is something we should put for a vote. You see what I say? The people have an option and them can decide if they want or not. If they just say I got to get consent from people, not really.
Okay, so the government, the opposition does not agree on that from the Prime Minister, and I don't think the people would also agree. So the Prime Minister, wanting to commit that act and do that, don't you think that it is kind of a dictatorship style and he wants to dictate the affairs of the country and the runnings of the country?
Well, he didn't do it already still in my minister in a father, but upon a different level, man, that I look away for real, because I say it's like police them try to solve a very important case. You have a detective about to make a breakthrough and you have to take him off a case.
Okay, so since the Prime Minister wants to do whatever he wants to do without facing any consequences, whether it be good or bad, do you think the scammers have some form of rights then to do what they want to do without being investigated by anti-corruption investigation, institutions or branches like MOFA and so forth? Do you think the scammers you think that being that know that the scammers see that the Prime Minister does not want to be investigated and he wants to do certain things, don't you think the scammers will take that as an edge and say, okay, we can do what we want to do and we have a right, since the Prime Minister is chopping the line, then we can chop the line? What do you think about that?
Well, they don't know that go on in a kind of idea. They might do it right now and them still no business, you see what I say?
Okay. What do you think about the minimum wage? Since we heard that in one of the artists, the Prime Minister have 20 bank accounts. Since he just increased the minimum wage a little, don't you think that he should make a sacrifice for the people, the lower class people, and take something from each of those bank accounts to contribute to the minimum wage so that it can be more?
I really and truly, Father, I don't want nothing for Andrew, So if you come here with no free and down, I don't want it.
So you don't want any of the curry goat and white rice?
Oh, sir. If you're going to do something to put some more money on the wage, you see me? Because really and truly, you can't come around every single year and give you money. We have to work it for. So, you see me?
Okay, thank you for the information.
Active man, father man. Bless up on the interview too.
Autta Channel.
Autta anyway. Shout out to Autta Channel man. Big up himself man out there in the street. I get to re-review them, you see it.
Alright, so hear me general. So, do you think that the government should be policed, meaning that there should be certain law that governs the government?
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so still.
Why you believe so?
You know, everything need laws and rules and them something there, you know, bro. So,
So you should, so then there should be rules that govern government.
yeah, then I
Meaning that
must.
they can't do certain things, and if they even do certain things, they must give an account.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you believe that on a yearly basis government should declare them assets to the public and let the public know how them come by them?
Certain aspects, me believe. I think everything should get released to the public, you know, because you know certain things not forget push out.
But if it is a public interest and it's something for the public to know that is relevant to the public knowledge, for them know how them prime minister perform or these people that them give authority over them are perform, you know, think them should have known.
Why? If it's certain information, certain things, I believe certain things, and not everything,
Okay.
but certain things.
Okay, so do you believe that the Prime Minister Act of wanting to remove the Auditor General? Do you think that is, what do you think about that?
When I think about it,
About that, the fact that he wants to remove the person that does audits and him, you know, or audits and certain personnel in the society, you know,
Yeah.
try to do audits to fight corruption and see if they come by what they have by, you know, good means. What do you think about the fact that the Prime Minister wants to remove that person?
I believe if he want to remove a person, he must have his own basic and mental reasons and why he want to remove a person, you know.
What do you think is the reason why he wants to remove the Auditor General?
Maybe I just somebody where him not really trust like that, you know.
I think he has some skeleton in his closet that the Auditor General is revealing or will reveal.
Boy, I not believe so still. I not believe one of them things there still.
So, okay, since he wants to remove the Auditor General, which is like a bridge between the people's trust in him, don't you think that we can trust the Prime Minister, even though he wants to remove that person that the public can put their trust in, that we go out and do the necessary research and provide them with the information that they need to say that they can assure that their Prime Minister is a good Prime Minister?
I believe so. Cause at the end of the day, you know, everybody know what them are doing at certain aspects in our life, you know. So if you want to remove a person from a position, we really care, you know, to question it. You have to just trust the Prime Minister judgment of certain things and believe the aspects where
trust him, regardless of the fact that he wants to remove this person that should secure the trust between him and the public. Okay. Alright, so since the people elected the Prime Minister, don't you think that the Prime Minister should ask the people for consent to remove the Auditor General?
I mean, they believe in, well, that is a very good point. If we believe in should I ask consent, again, you have to just go trust what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, everybody know what they're doing if they make certain aspects and certain decisions. So,
okay, so the fact that he does not ask the public for consent, means that the Auditor General is very important to the public's interest, and he does not, the opposition does not agree with him on that, and he wants to do it regardless of the opposition not agreeing and not asking the people for permission. Don't you, or do you think that he is moving in some dictatorship manner? Do you think he's behaving like a dictator?
no sir, well, at the end of the day, I'll just say the politics aspect there, and not really my mental kind of thing, I'm not really focused on it. So, I really know how to answer that in a sense. So, that's my perspective. I not really follow up the whole government and politics aspect in our life.
You don't have to follow it up, you know, but there are certain things that it is your interest, you know, because you're a citizen of the country and
Yeah.
you know you want to be served the best, so you know it's your interest also. Okay, so what do you think about the minimum wage?
You know, minimum wage, based on how society a move and based on how prices for certain things are go up, I believe the minimum wage could increase, you know, because every day things are get expensive. And how much a minimum wage now?
16. You raised it. 17 or 16, but however, it's between the 17 and 16. Right?
So it's between 16 and 17 a week.
Yeah. What do you think it should be?
Alright. Based on my living aspects, me that say if it's like about 20 to 25. Oh, just based on my aspect of living, you know, because everybody aspect different, but if I relate to my living situation around.
So you think that's balanced, you know?
Yeah man, for my living, as me a young adult and you know, still have little bills and stuff to pay and all them, so I feel like that a week could I manage it 1 and 2 times.
Okay, so one important question. Since the Prime Minister does not want to be investigated, you see? What about the fact that if he wants to live lavish on the country's money? Just saying, you know, what do you think about scammers? Do you think the scammers have a right to live how they want to live?
Boy, I can't talk for no scammer and them sitting there, you know, but at the end of the day, I believe that everybody does what they have to do to live. And, you know, whether it's all means they just have to do what they have to do to survive.
So since the Prime Minister doesn't want to be audited, then you think the workers should not show the scammers then? Or even audit them? No one should audit them then?
Boy, I can't...
It's a free for all.
I can't really say my 2 cents on that one there, you know.
Okay, alright. So thank you for your information.
No problem, bro. Give thanks.
You go by the name of
Bad girl danger.
Alright, so this is not politics but public interest of the public. Alright, so do you believe that the government should be policed, meaning that there should be certain laws that governs the government?
Yes, they should.
Why should there be laws to govern the government?
Cause them get away with most of the things them, cause mostly we go through it. Understand, police brutalize people and them stuff that them not get charged. One of them just take them over frontline duty.
So like what government get away with? What are some of the things that they get away with?
Right now government what thing I get away with, cause right now we are living in poverty. How much money the government are rob up on them, some of that much money in a bank and them some
they
of
should
them.
be held accountable for
yes, they should. Yes.
So you say poverty, they create poverty.
They create poverty.
Okay, so should the government on a yearly basis let the public know all the assets that they have and tell the public how they come by them?
Yes, they should.
Yes, they should. So how would that help the public if?
Said like how if we have assets and everything and them want to know how we come by it. We can't work with certain money because they must say a scamming money or a thieving money. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, so the government is supposed to put out things in public and make we aware of what time it is.
So there is a person called the Auditor General which work with the Integrity Commission, which is a body of people that does things for the public interest, meaning they do a lot of investigation to fight corruption. So there's a person called the Auditor General. The government, the Prime Minister wants to remove the Auditor General because the Auditor General goes around and does audits. You know, even on the government also. What do you think about the fact that the government, the Prime Minister wants to remove the Auditor General?
Well, I'm not really saying about that because I don't really know about the Auditor General.
Alright, so yeah, the Auditor General is a person that go around and does audit on the government. So basically, this person would inform the public about some of the Prime Minister's business. So this person will be like what Jamaica would be say, fastening the Prime Minister's business. But the Prime Minister wants to remove this person, create a law that gets rid of this person. So this person would fasten the Prime Minister's business and let the public know. So you will let the public know. This person will let the public know
what time it is.
Yeah, how much bank account the Prime Minister have, how much money they have.
Understand
so this person is like a threat to the Prime Minister and his privacy. So what do you think about the fact that the Prime Minister wants to remove this person, get rid of this person?
Well, Not for do that. Because at the end of the day, that person is for we to let us know what's going on in the world. You understand? So why would you want to remove that person?
Okay, so you think it's very threatening to us as the public, threatening to that would you say that we cannot trust the Prime Minister being that he wants to remove that person?
Yes, we cannot trust the Prime Minister. Because if you want to remove that person, where is very useful to us so we can know what's going on in the world. You understand? Without people like those and the blogger and those people, we're not going to know what's going on in the world.
Okay, so since the citizens elected the Prime Minister, do you think he should ask them for permission before removing the Auditor General?
Yes, they should.
Okay, so that the Prime Minister act of wanting to remove the Auditor General without getting the people's consent or the consent of the opposition. He wants to do it despite the fact that the opposition does not want it. Do you think he's behaving like a dictator? A dictatorship style like a government?
Yes, he's behaving like a dictator.
Okay, so the Prime Minister has numerous amounts of bank accounts. Do you personally think that Usain Bolt money would be in any of those bank accounts?
Yes, he have a lot to do with Usain Bolt money.
So what do you think about the fact that he tell Usain Bolt that he will have to sort out his stuff on his own, he's missing money?
Well, it's very rude right there because he's the government and he's the
Autta Channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people them. Original generous speak. Same way. Man, big up Autta Channel. Enough ice cream. Yeah man, big up yourself.